Said it high, I felt you walk right through me. You're the thing that I am.
Hey guys, Harry Thomas here, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my continuation of a DC month on my channel, with Joker Folie à Deux officially releasing in the US and coming to my country, the UK, on Friday. It's time for us to take a look back on Joker 2019, where the Joker duology all started, and share my top five personal favourites moments from this phenomenal comic book masterpiece. One of the best in existence. Yeah, without further ado, if you want to know my top five favourite moments from this movie, then just keep watching. At number five, the turning point in Arthur's a transition from Arthur Fleck to a Joker. Arthur kills the three Wall Street guys on the subway, and then the bathroom dance. Uh, Arthur has just had a shitty day after shitty day. Throughout the first act of this movie, we see thugs in the streets take his sign that he needs for his job, beat him with that sign in the alleyway, and then after Randall gives Arthur the gun, and Arthur accidentally exposes the gun in the kids' hospital, he gets fired, which was all Randall's fault, and Arthur's condition activates at the worst possible time when three arsehole Wall Street men are on the subway and they beat him, just like the kids from the opening. And this was the moment where Arthur snaps he's finally had enough and stands up for himself, so he goes as far as taking Randall's gun and shoots the three Wall Street men. He kills the first two, and then the third is fleeing for his life, and Arthur ends his life on the stairs. Then after that, Arthur just runs off the train and he shuts himself in a bathroom, and he just starts elegantly swaying and dancing to Hildur Gourlinder's mesmerizing score. Holy fuck, this woman can do no wrong composing movie scores, and yeah, she deservedly got her first Academy Award for it. This is the first time we see Arthur with kind of his full Joker look on, but not fully. But yeah, you can tell he is slowly but surely becoming the Joker and about to stand up to society. And they were only his first victims. After this scene alone, my heart was pounding. I was like, how could this movie possibly get any more intense? At number four, Arthur's therapist tells him that this will be her last session with him, as they are shutting down her offices and he will no longer have access to his medication. Deborah Kane, his therapist, has been the one keeping Arthur from flying off the rail for all the shit that's been going on in his life, and his several medications have uh, helped in some way, but he still has constant negative thoughts, and even welcomes death, as he writes in his journal. So when she breaks the bad news to Arthur that Gotham don't give a shit about people like her or him, you're like, damn, is there really any hope for Arthur anymore? Now he won't be seeing one of his true friends and one of the true people that can help him and does care about him. I'm overjoyed to hear that Deborah will be returning for Joker Folie à Deux, as will Sophie Drummond from the first movie. So this is not the last time we're going to see her in the duology. At number three, Arthur kills Rand. Oh, I mean, uh, to be prepared for one of the most brutal and bloodiest moments in all of film with this scene. Arthur's got his makeup on, and then all of a sudden Gary and Randall, his clown co-workers, show up to cheer him up. But what? Well, Gary is at least, but Randall is really there to ask Arthur what he said to the cops about the subway murders, just so Randall would get let off the hook and Arthur would get in trouble. To which Arthur grabs his scissors from his pocket. the guy you can tell can't take Randall anymore, and he just stabs the scissors into Randall's neck and then stabs the scissors into his eye and bashes his head against the wall multiple times. And you see him covered in Randall's blood. And poor Gary is freaking traumatized by witnessing that. And I mean, that's going to stay with him for life. And I mean, Randall gets the most brutal death in the movie of all the character deaths are for sure. But you really debate, did Randall deserve that, or did Arthur go too far? Were his actions justified? As Randall was nothing but a dick to Arthur, and Arthur, of course, only murders the people in this movie that did him wrong. The people that were kind to him, like Gary, he spares, and rightly so. The moment when he lets Gary go and even unlocks the door for him and thanks him for his friendship, it shows that Arthur's not a total monster and there is still some good in him. But I applaud this movie for going for the 15 and R rating, because without that rating, it would not have gotten its message about people who who are struggling with mental health finally standing up for themselves as well as it did. At number 2, Arthur kisses Sophie. Sophie Drummond, I'm going to gladly say, is the most underrated Joker character. And to those that think her relationship with Arthur was an illusion, or I see it as reality. I mean, even though she was terrified when he showed up in her apartment when his mother was in hospital, because Arthur, after finding out the abuse he went through as a child, was not in a sociable mood at all. Who wouldn't be creeped out by him just coming into their apartment? But throughout the film, she's shown to be one of the few good people on Arthur's side, showing that not all of Gotham society are assholes, and not everybody treats him like trash. She even calls the guy that killed the 3 Wall Street guys a hero. She's like 3 less assholes in Gotham. And when Arthur, after he's killed the Wall Street guys, he comes to her apartment and just kisses her. It's one moment of happiness and bliss for him, even though he does stalk her when she's taking her daughter to school. You can see why, because which other friends does he have? And it's a moment of happiness and bliss for her, because being a single mother and living in that tiny apartment for her can't be easy either. And the number 1 Joker scene is, you all guessed it, so the most talked about part of the movie, Joker on the Murray Show. This is one of the most gripping and edge of your seat climaxes to a comic book movie I've ever seen in my entire life. It's not a generic, cheesy hero versus villain fight. It has no flashy CGI, no portal in the sky or anything like that. It's just Joker going on a talk show, and by this point, the Arthur we knew from the beginning of the movie is gone. He is fully 100% Joker now. He's not gone on the Murray Show because he likes Murray anymore. He's disowned Murray as his idol, as after Murray made fun of him when he played his clip of Arthur's stand-up comedy. He went on the Murray Show specifically to get his revenge on Murray and kill Murray, and to confess that he was the one that killed the Wall Street guys, to stand up to society and to Thomas Wayne, and to vent about everybody who's been a dick to him. And he starts out by making an inappropriate joke. Knock, knock, who's there? It's the police, ma'am. Your son's been hit by a drunk driver. He's dead. Holy shiz. But he goes even further, confessing to 3 murders on live TV. In real life, they would stop the show immediately and call the cops on him. But Murray continues to argue with him, and he's like, not everybody, Arthur, I'll tell you this, not everybody's awful. But Arthur proceeds to tell Murray that he's awful. And gives one final joke that blows Murray's brains out. Literally, what do you get when you cross a mentally ill owner with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash? I'll tell you what you get. You get what you fucking deserve. Aya was dead silence and in uh, sheer shock in that moment. I could not believe that happened. And then Arthur proceeds to grab the camera. Good night. And always remember, only to be cut off abruptly. But I mean, whoa! Now, that was the perfect ending. So yeah, I'm practical Joker on the Murray Franklin show, the best Joker scene. So yeah, those were my top 5 favorite scenes from one of my all-time favorite DC movies and comic book movies, and I'm sure Joker Folie à Deux is going to have just as iconic and just as dark and shocking moments in it as its predecessor. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this top 5. And what are your top 5 favorite Joker scenes? I can't wait to find out. Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you next time when I rant on Brother Bear 2, which was a sequel that Joaquin Phoenix very sensibly turned down. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.